Hello, my name is Tommy Larsen. This is Non-Governmental Organizations in Disaster Response. Emergency management and disaster response, there are many players. Governments, local, state, and federal governments, large multinational bodies like the UN, the European Union, NATO. There's also private individuals by themselves, and then there are non-governmental organizations. Now, these differ from private individuals because they're an actual organization. They are entities that operate separate from the government that may be used to fill areas where the government is lacking. Examples of famous NGOs would be like the American Red Cross, church groups like the Catholic Charities USA Disaster Response, the Christian Disaster Response. A lot of church organizations are NGOs because they have the organization and the resources to do that, also the money. The Salvation Army, even groups like the Boy Scouts of America can be an NGO during a disaster response. NGOs are just not random groups of volunteers. They are organizations with the manpower and resources to take care of the needs of the affected area. Whereas, and how they're paid for is like, whereas the government would use tax dollars in the response with an organization, with organizations like FEMA and the National Guard, NGOs are funded privately through individuals for the most part, but they also can be funded by the government. So it is kind of a double-edged sword, if you will. And NGOs serve a very vital role in just providing that extra step, and they work very well with the government to provide things that the government may not be able to provide in such a timely manner. Now, where they're effective is usually they have very good lobbying capabilities, and they're able to get things. They're very specialized, and some of them are very specific. So they can come in and, hey, we're going to fund just food, or we're going to fund just generators, and they come in there and they fill that need by itself, and so the government wouldn't have to worry about that. They usually can mobilize very quickly and get to the affected area in an instant. They're often also they're locally run. Like a local church would be the one that's going to help the area. So local people helping out their neighbors. It's kind of the help thy neighbor concept. Now, they're obviously not perfect. They have some drawbacks because they're not as organized as the government. They are organized, but they don't have like the standard operating procedures that the government would have. They don't have not just the resources, but like the expertise in certain things, because these are volunteers. Some of them are paid volunteers, but some of them are just doing this on on their weekends or taking off work to go help out a affected area. But obviously, these organizations do have professionals that run things, but a lot of their manpower is volunteers who come out and help out. They also sometimes cannot sustain themselves for the long time. So, and overall, non-governmental organizations are a very effective way to help with disaster response, and they can help fill the needs that the government may not be able to meet. Thank you.